Hello dear students, welcome once again in our English 2 class. Okay, so dear student, today we are going to learn about a new topic. The name of the topic is tag question. It is very important part in your grammar section, okay, because you are going to deal with it in your higher classes also, okay, not only class 7, 8, 9, 10, in your 11, 12 and in also in your graduation level, okay. That means what? This topic is going to remain with you till your higher level of education, okay. Now tag question. Tag question is what? It is nothing but adding a question word, okay, at the end of the sentence. Now what are the things you should remember while doing tag question? First, if the sentence is positive, if the sentence is positive, comma, your answer should be negative, okay. And number 2, if the sentence is negative, comma, your answer should be what? Should be positive. Now what do you mean by this negative sentence and positive sentence? It is nothing, dear student, but if I tell Mohan is a good boy, it is what? It is positive sentence, okay. You can say it is a positive sentence or it is an affirmative sentence, okay. Now what will be the answer of this? Remember dear student, whenever we are going to work with question tag, we always deal with the auxiliary verb, okay. We always use the auxiliary verb at the end of the sentence. After placing comma, we use the auxiliary verb. What is the auxiliary verb in the sentence? Is. So you are going to write this is along with is. If the sentence is positive, your answer should be negative. Negative means you have to add not. Negative means what? You have to add not. If we add not in the sentence, it becomes negative. But dear student, remember one thing, you are going to use the short form of not, okay. So what will be the short form of is not, isn't, okay. Short form of is not will be isn't. Mohan is what will be the pronoun of Mohan? He. So what idea we got after solving this question, that if our question is positive, our answer should be negative, and while writing the answer in negative form, we should always use the short form of it. Plus after the verb, we are going to use always pronoun, okay. Always the pronoun word we have to use after the verb. Remember this thing. Now let us take an example of negative statement. Suppose Mohan is not a good boy. Is not a good boy. Here in this sentence is negative. Why? Because you have the word not. If your sentence is negative, your answer should be positive. What is the auxiliary verb here? Is. You are going to place is here. Is. Then Mohan. What will be the pronoun of Mohan? He. Is he. Is it clear? This is your negative answer. This is your positive answer. In the positive statement, your answer should be negative, and in the negative statement, your answer should be positive. Is it clear? Okay dear student, we have come to know that what? In question tag, whenever we deal with question tag, we always deal with auxiliary verb. Now it is very easy for us to write the answer if auxiliary verb is provided in the sentence. But what so if auxiliary verb is not provided in the sentence? In that case, what are we going to do? Question number 1, let us understand. Suppose Mohan goes to school. Mohan goes to school. Okay. What is, first of all, let us identify the sentence. What sentence is it? Affirmative or negative? It is affirmative, okay, because not is not included here. It is affirmative sentence. That means what? Our answer should be in negative form. So as we know, we are going to deal with auxiliary verb. Now which is the auxiliary verb in the sentence? It is missing. That means auxiliary verb is not provided here in the sentence. So if the auxiliary verb is not provided in the sentence, in that case what are we going to do? In that case we are going to see the main verb. Which is the main verb in the sentence? Goes. Here goes is the main verb. Okay, we have to follow the structure of the main verb. If your main verb has s or es included in it, we are going to use the auxiliary does. If your main verb is only in verb 1 form, we are going to use the auxiliary do. If your main verb is in verb 2 form, we are going to use the auxiliary did. So remember this thing, it is very much important. So you will look this pro forma when only if your auxiliary verb is missing in the sentence. If your auxiliary verb is missing in the sentence, you are going to see the main verb. If your main verb is in verb 1 plus s or es pattern, you are going to use does. If your main verb is in verb 1 pattern, you are going to use do. If your main verb is in verb 2, you are going to use did. Now in this case, our main verb is in verb 1 plus s or es. Yes or no? That means we are going to use does. So what is the actual process of writing? Rewrite the question once again. Mohan goes to school. Do not write direct answer. Rewrite the question once again. Place comma. Then you are going to write what? Auxiliary verb. Here your main verb is goes. Okay. So you are going to use auxiliary does. Since this sentence is affirmative, you are going to make it negative. That means you are going to use not. If you add does not, then what will be the short form of it? Doesn't. Mohan doesn't. Then after the verb we are going to use what? Pronoun. Doesn't he? Question mark. Do not forget to give question mark. Okay. So here it is one pattern. Now second pattern. Number 2. Mohan went to school. Okay. In the same line I am showing you the answer. But while writing, you have to rewrite the question once again. Now here Mohan went to school. In this case also it is affirmative sentence. Now auxiliary verb is missing here. Which is the main verb here? Went. So what will be the answer? If your main verb is in verb 2 form, you are going to use did. So what will be your auxiliary? Did. Did plus not? Didn't. Didn't what? Pronoun he. Question mark. Is it clear? Now number 3. They go to school, comma, what will be the answer of this? It is affirmative statement. That means your answer should be in negative. Main verb go, because your auxiliary is missing, so that's why we are going to look the main verb. It is in which form? Verb 1 form. When the main verb is in verb 1 form, we are going to use auxiliary do. So what will be the answer? Do plus not, it will be don't. Don't what? Your subject already it is written in pronoun form. Okay. Don't they. They is already it is a pronoun word. So we are not going to change it anymore. Okay. Now dear student, another sentence. Let's move to another sentence, another type of sentence. Okay. So let us revise now once again. If our auxiliary verb is present in the sentence, it is very easy for us to place the auxiliary and add not, or we don't add not according to the given situation. But if the auxiliary verb is missing in the sentence, we are going to follow the main verb in the question. Okay. Depending upon the format of the main verb, we are going to use the auxiliary either do, did or does. Now let's take example of other type of sentence. Suppose open the window. Open the window. Next sentence, do the work. Here what can we see? What is the auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb is missing in this question, isn't it? Now what type of question is it? It is imperative sentence. Open the window, do the work, these are all imperative sentence. And remember one thing dear student, in this case our starting word is verb. Whenever the starting word of any sentence is verb, okay, that means if the sentence starts with verb word, remember this thing, you have to keep in your mind, you have to fix it in your mind. Whenever the sentence starts with any verb word, you are going to use the auxiliary verb will. Okay, remember this thing. Open the window. So what will be the answer of this? Open the window, comma, will you. Here we are using pronoun you. Why? Because you are going to say it someone, isn't it? Say who is next to you, who is near to you. Open the window. Will you? Isn't it? Next, do the work. Do is also an verb. It is also a verb. So whenever our sentence starts with verb, we are going to use the auxiliary will. So do the work, comma, will you? Okay, dear student, do not forget this point. Whenever our sentence starts with verb, we are always going to use the verb, that is auxiliary verb will. Okay. Okay, dear student, remember this thing. Do not get confused. Open the window. It was what kind of sentence? It was affirmative sentence. But in this case, your answer is also affirmative. That means positive. Positive sentence, positive answer. Why? Because this sentence, this kind of sentence is of some exceptional one. Okay. Open the window. It is imperative sentence. And remember, dear student, whenever the sentence starts with verb word, okay, we are always going to use auxiliary will. Okay, remember this thing. Is it clear? Do not mix up all those. Here we have few more questions. Suppose number 1, let us go for a walk. Okay, this sentence, no doubt it is affirmative sentence, but what is it? It is a proposal. Let us go for a walk. You are giving proposal to someone that let's do this work. Okay, so let us go for a walk. Whenever your sentence starts with let us, it means it is a proposal. So whenever it is a proposal, we are going to use the auxiliary shall. Shall, us means it will be changed into we. Okay, dear student, whenever your sentence starts with any proposal, that means you are going to use auxiliary verb shall. Okay, do not make mistake. Next, we must go for a walk, which is the, here in this case you have auxiliary verb must. Okay, we must go for a walk. It will be what? Mustn't we? Okay, that means must not we. Short form it will be mustn't we. Okay, why you have written? Because here it is the auxiliary verb, so no need to see the main verb in the sentence. If auxiliary verb is provided in your question, no need to go for the main verb. Okay, now next question. Sorry, I am a student. Which is the auxiliary verb here? Am. It is auxiliary as well as the main verb in the sentence. Okay, so we are going to deal with this word. I am a student. What can be the answer of it? It is affirmative sentence. The answer, most of you might think that I am a student, amn't I? Isn't it? But most of you write also amn't I. So am plus not, what do you think? It will be amn't I. Okay, but it is wrong. If you write amn't I, it is wrong. So what can you write? If your auxiliary verb is am, in that case you are going to write are plus not, aren't I, or you can write ain't I. Okay, dear student, out of these two, anyone you can write. Both are correct. If you write I am a student, aren't I, or I am a student, ain't I, both are correct in this case. But amn't I, it is totally wrong. Okay, we generally do not write amn't I. Hope so it is clear now. There are lots of words. Okay, so that will be dealt. Okay, we will deal with those questions when we will start solving the test paper. Isn't it? Okay, till then watch the video again and again. Thank you for today.